Most people chuck these things out when they're done. This is where I get my best timber. Today I'm going to make some clean furniture ready slabs from this free pallet wood. Once the timber's processed, you can make whatever you like out of it. From boxes to beds, the world's your oyster. Just start making stuff. I get my pallets from a brickie. When he's getting close to the end of the job, he lets me know that the pallets will be ready for collection. Head out there and either break them up on site or bring them back to our place to finish pulling them apart. Once the boards are separated, taking care not to break too many, then rip all the nails out and make sure there's no rocks or anything obvious left in them, and then I stack them up in my shed to acclimatise to my workshop environment. When you're choosing your boards, you're really just looking for boards that are of similar length. When you get to the glue up stage, you can have a look at the grains and try to make pretty patterns, but at the very start, just look for boards that you can get a strip out of that you think will hold together, keeping in mind that it's going to be supported by friends on either side, so you can use pretty rough boards at this stage. After I've selected my boards, I like to give them one last clean up with a flapper disc and check them over with a metal detector and make sure to gouge out any last remnants of foreign bodies, because those things will ruin your planer blades. After you're sure that there's no foreign objects in the wood, run the boards through your planer if you've got one. This will just make them nice and flat, makes them easier to work with, takes away any of the ragged edges that left from pulling nails out and stuff like that. After the planer, I like to make one straight edge on my boards. This way you can, at the final step, end up with nice parallel strips, or nice strips with parallel edges, and this will help you get nice flat slabs. Once you have your jointed boards, then you're ready to decide how thick you want your slabs to be. I usually do either 20 or 30 mil slabs, so say 5 mil over. So if I want a 20 mil finished slab, I would use a 25 mil strip. So you just cut up all your boards into 25 mil strips on the table saw. Once you have all your strips made, you're ready for glue up, the next step. And glue ups are the thing, aren't they? In my previous video on making pallet slabs, I managed to come up with a method of gluing up slabs that are about 30 centimeters wide, and I chose 30 centimeters because that's the width of my planer. So once they're glued up, I can run the whole slab through the planer and get nicely finished basic slab blocks, if you like. And that process is reasonably simple. You cut your strips, as I've shown already, and then choose the grain pattern and the edge pattern. So we're using edge grain for these slabs, which eliminates a lot of the nail holes and stuff you get in pallet wood. And you use a set of cauls to make them flat. Other than that, it's just essentially gluing a bunch of sticks together. The tricky part, and the part I guess I'm still working through, is turning those 30 centimeter slabs into large panels. And I did manage to do that successfully for this project. The way I did it was to use a set of dowels in each 30 centimeter slab to join them together. That keeps the the faces lined up, and therefore the surface is flat, and that worked really well. The thing that I had the most trouble with, and that I'll improve on in future projects, was the clamping. My intention was to use some wedges. I've seen people use wedges to put pressure on a panel glue up. I couldn't make that work for this project, so ended up using my sash clamps in a bridge formation, and that worked really well to put pressure on the panels, but it caused them to bow, and I spent a lot of time figuring out how to keep them flat to the table. I actually think that wedges on a nice big table are probably not a terrible idea still, or just finding ways to use the clamps more efficiently, maybe with some cauls that hold the panels flat to the tabletop. I think that would work quite well, but I'll do some experimentation on some slabs that are of lower value. I really felt the stress while doing this because these guys felt like a lot of work to get to this point, and I didn't want to stuff them up, and there was a lot of pressure, and yeah, I was kind of glad when I got to the end of that job. And yeah, I look forward to using these panels to make something really nice once I get them all cut up nice and square, and that's the next step. So the problem I have with cutting up large slabs is that the maximum width I can cut on my table saw is like 82 centimeters, I think. That's as far as the fence will extend away from the blade. So anything larger than that I have to do some other way, and I don't have a track saw. I did try to make a track for my little handheld saw, my little skill saw, but I don't really trust that, and the little skill saw is underpowered for cutting 30 centimeter slabs, 30 millimeter slabs. It just doesn't have the grunt to do it, so I really need to make a new one of those, or lash out and get myself a track saw. That would be heaven. I would love to have a track saw. In the meantime, I'm stuck using whatever I can find that is straight. I have a level that is just over a meter, I think it's 1.2, but it's not always easy to clamp down, and for this job I found a piece of aluminium from a shower screen from the bathroom demolition that you'll be able to see in an upcoming video, but it was not very rigid, so I made a cut and it bowed in the middle. I ended up with a slab that had a bottom on it like a smile, like a frown, I guess, depending on which way you put it whether you put it upside down or right side up. And I exaggerate, there was just over a meter, there's probably maybe a millimeter deflection. So anyway, this would be easy with a track saw. I watched so many YouTube videos of people cutting up large slabs, and it's easy because they just put the track down and run the saw along it and the job is done. But yeah, for me this was difficult, so anyway, now I've done it and the slabs are beautiful, and here they are in all their glory, and I'm really looking forward to turning these guys into something nice. That's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next episode where I'll actually make something out of these slabs. It's been a long time coming, so I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. please consider a like and a subscribe, and yeah, chill out like this kitten and enjoy your lives.